For my brother-in-law Miles' 30th birthday, I drove 20 hours from California and he drove 25 hours from Arizona, and we met in the Canadian Rockies for 9 days of trail runs on some of the most beautiful routes in North America. Day 3, Lake Ohara parking lot. Good morning from the Lake Ohara parking lot where all passenger vehicles must stop. Canada has made it where you need to do a lottery system to take a shuttle, which of course we didn't plan very far in advance, so we had no chance of taking. That means it's going to be 7 miles one way up the road. This is going to be a long day. We're hoping to do a clover leaf loop that will hit up all the lakes around Lake Ohara. Should be somewhere about 24 or 25 miles, I think, with almost 5,000 feet of climbing. And we're excited to get out and check out one of the crown jewels of the Canadian Rockies. It's pretty, huh? Woo! We have made it the 7 miles or 11 kilometers up the road here to Lake Ohara. We have not seen one person the entire day hiking or running up here, and the lake is beautiful here, even with a little bit of light rain. Woo!
Beautiful.
Nice, huh?
We're kind of like nestled in this like
bowl up here. It started to mist on us as we passed Lake Ohara and started climbing east up towards Lake Oessa. This is one of the prettiest sections of the day. There were waterfalls crashing down from the rock ledges above us. There were stunning little turquoise lakes right on the side of the trail. Miles, we enjoying it?
Oh, I love it. I love it. Like this whole scenery right here, it's like something out of like a storybook.
It's really nice.
It's beautiful.
Oh, don't fall.
It's wonderful.
It's so nice. And here we are at Victoria Lake. Absolutely gorgeous here with that turquoise color.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, look at these views.
Oh yeah. I think I like it better from there, but this is still pretty amazing.
We ran down the trail lined with wildflowers and passed beautiful little unnamed lakes on our way before arriving at Lake Oessa.
Oh, this is like an amphitheater, right? Like I could see like someone just sitting there doing like a concert.
It's the rock you had to get on.
Oh man,
Yes.
man, this is just wild. This is like my favorite hike so far. We had a 7-mile warm-up, all right, and then we're just going straight into the beauty, the views, the solace, the green, the trees. Oh man. Here we are at Lake Oessa. Not a bad place for a snack break. Look at these peaks and these giant walls going straight back up behind the lake. They're jagged peaks. Yeah, like powdered sugar, and you just kind of put over a chocolate mountain. That's what it is. Join the marmot family.
Marmots scurried around rocks, avoiding us as we made our way up from Lake Oessa. We continued on the rocky trails on the Lake Ohara Alpine circuit. Little blue and yellow painted trail markings helped us to keep en route, as the trail is easy to follow in some areas and also pretty rocky in other spots.
Careful.
These little lakes and ponds are just like someone's got a watercolor brush and they're painting them bright turquoise.
That's it, I'm moving to Canada. I'm moving to Canada. I'm gonna go see these lakes all the time.
Trail running! We are looking down on the famous lookout where a lot of people take pictures for Instagram, social media. We're just loving doing this huge loop to check out all the lakes and looking straight down from these plateaus up here on the cliffs. How about these views, Miles?
Oh, they're wild. Oh, they're wonderful. Oh man, no way.
No way.
No way. No, they're great. Man, Lake Louise was one thing, but this is kind of
another level.
Whole nother level. Yeah, and you don't have the same amount of like
people and
fanfare and when you have this, and it's just so like just beautiful. It's beautiful.
Wild, pristine.
Yeah, pristine. And then you got the mountains. Oh man.
We came down off the ledge section and down to Hungaby Lake, where we filled up our water bottles with ice cold water from the streams. No need to carry much water today, as it was flowing absolutely everywhere. In just a few minutes, we crested the trail and came out to gorgeous Opabin Lake. Wow, it's spectacular up here. If you're coming out here, get yourself to Opabin Lake. It's not that much further past the lookout that everyone likes to come to. The wind had stopped and Opabin Lake had a beautiful reflection of the towering peaks behind it. We loved the quiet solitude of this area. The permit system ensures that these lakes feel very wild, and we saw very few people all day on this pristine mountain route. From Opabin Lake, the trail comes back on the west side of Hungaby Lake and goes past Moore Lake and Cascade Lakes. We ran past these smaller lakes, over several bridges, and back into the forest briefly, and headed up towards the famous Prospect Lookout above Lake Ohara. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's pretty wonderful.
Ooh. Nice, huh? The lookout was undoubtedly an awesome spot. However, we were so glad that we were doing the entire Alpine circuit loop instead of just coming only to this lookout. Although Prospect Lookout gets a lot of hype from social media, the entire route was stunningly beautiful and so worth doing. Yeah. We are climbing again from the Prospect Lookout, and we're gonna head up to the All Souls Alpine route here, which should give us some more views and different perspective on the lakes down below. The All Souls Alpine Trail gains elevation quickly, and we crossed a couple of snow patches on our way up to the high point for the day. The consequence is not that big. Yeah. Making our way to the 8,000 foot lookout here, looking straight down on Lake Ohara. Woo! Yes, sir. High point for the day. 8,000 feet. Oh, yeah.
You can see all the mountains.
Woo!
Oh, man. Goodness.
Yes! Woo! Look at the lookout. High point of the day. Spectacular.
Beautiful.
Woo! Not a bad lunch spot, huh?
Yeah, pretty fantastic lunch spot. See everything. It's pretty amazing. Like, my body is getting used to it more.
Yeah. Spicy tuna burritos. It's good. A couple of chipmunks joined us for lunch and even started gnawing on Miles's trekking poles, which must have tasted good given all the candy of nuts we were constantly eating out of our hands. Jelly beans!
Just a handful, just a handful, just a handful.
Pace yourself.
Yep, I
Don't
need
go
any more.
crazy.
That's it, that's all I need.
Okay, lunchtime is over. Let's get moving. In the descent down to Schaefer Lake. Go, Miles, go. From our high point, we started descending towards Schaefer Lake. We lost the trail for a bit and slid down some loose scree that was not fun. Fortunately, we found the route after a few more minutes and got back on trail. Once we hit the bottom of the steeper section, we were able to pick up our pace. Miles told me he was still feeling good, and so we decided to add on a couple more miles and make our way out to the biggest lake of the day, Lake MacArthur. We are almost 15 miles in. We've made it out to the biggest lake of the route, Lake MacArthur. This one is just big, blue, and just vast. We ran along the lake for a few minutes and made a right-hand turn to go back to Schaefer Lake. Back alongside Schaefer Lake, making our way back towards Lake Ohara. From Schaefer Lake, we ran to the Elizabeth Parker Hut on the direct route back to Lake Ohara. We have gone all the way around the circuit and come back to Lake Ohara here. We're just over 17 miles, getting some beautiful views in the afternoon here before we run all the way back down the road 7 miles out to the parking lot. Sad to be leaving Lake Ohara, such a beautiful corner of the world up here. The 7 miles out and 7 miles back on the Forest Service Road keeps this area way less visited than more accessible hikes in the area.
Ready to go.
All right, last 4 miles?
3.5.
3.5 or 4? Let's do it. Let's do it. Woo. 4 kilometers left. Go, Miles, go. 3K.
Downhill.
Yes. 1 kilometer.
We beat the bus.
We beat the bus. We beat the bus. We beat the shuttle bus. All human powered. And we are done. Yes, Miles. Whew, good day.
What a day.
You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Good.
My legs kind of hurt, but
that was a solid day.
We made it through. It was beautiful. Very beautiful.
Okay, tonight's dinner, Miles.
We got some ramen,
yep,
some sardines, and some baked beans. Dinner of champions. It's got a lot of carbs
and good flavor
and a lot of sodium.
Dinner tonight, we got clam chowder soup and some bread. That's good. Baked beans and ramen. If you are up for putting in the 14 miles of hiking or running on the Forest Service Road, I would highly recommend the Lake Ohara Loop. This is such a pristine and untouched area with countless glacial lakes, and it was a complete joy to experience this area, which really is one of the true gems of the Canadian Rockies. Yes!
This is like my favorite hike so far. And then you got the mountains. Oh man.